So today, today's technology hour, we are going to go through Scott Leroy Marketing. I'm going to introduce you to this marketing and technology company that we have partnered with. Scott Leroy Marketing, like I said, is a digital and technology company, digital marketing and technology company, which has been with us, what not just KW Metro Center, but all of KW. They provide services to a lot of the KW offices across the country. And it's really a resource for you that a lot of agents don't know about. And so what we're going to do today, I'm just going to introduce you to their website, show you how to get logged in, and then show you some of the different services that you can take advantage of.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen. And all right, can everyone see my screen?
I can.
Okay,
You
perfect.
want me to mute myself?
No, that's fine. I mean, as long as you don't have a lot of background noise, but if you do,
No,
then yeah.
my
definitely.
dog isn't here.
Okay, so yes, if you could, that'd be great. All right. So when you first come in to Scott Leroy Marketing, the website is scottleroymarketing.com, and you can just type that into Google, and you'll see this site pop up. So once you get here, you can just log in. Your login essentially is just going to be your KW Market Center number. Okay. So if you're in Tyson's Corner, your number is 375. If you're in Arlington, your number is 726. And if you're in Old Town, your number is 781. Okay. So because I'm in Old Town, I can just put that in. And now these are, now we have, all the access that our offices are being supplied with, access to all the services that our office is being supplied with. So across the top, what you'll find, obviously this is the home menu. So that's just the login menu that you went to. You have an about menu, which is just reviews and a blog about Scott Leroy Marketing and the services they provide. Really, this is where the value starts, from a day-to-day aspect, is the KW resources. Okay. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to go through some of these, and just wanted you to know that um, this is another source of training for Command and for a lot of KW technology. They have live webinars, as you can see here, and then they have recorded classes. And when you come down to the recorded classes, training classes, you can see all the different subjects that they have here. And so if any of these, strike your interest, then definitely click on those and you can look at those. And then you have a support, and that's pretty much the rest of them are, this is for KW leadership. So unless you're in the leadership team, meaning you're a TL or, ASC or DOFI or something like that, then that's where that would be. And then you have digital marketing templates and an agent store. Okay. So most of these are going to be free. As you get closer to the end here, you'll start to see that, like in the store, these are all paid services. So you have a mix of free services and paid services, and they let you know up front what's free and what is going to be extra to you. Okay. So we'll click on questionnaires first. And so there are multiple questionnaires, and it all depends on what your status is when you come in to into KW. And what these questionnaires are really to get you set up on the KW command and all of the systems. Okay, so this setup questionnaire in the short form, there's no, it doesn't mean that it's quicker by any means. It just means that it's a shorter set of information that they're looking for. Okay. So if you do the setup questionnaire, that's going to set every single piece of your KW technology up for you. But the thing is, it's going to ask you a lot of information. But the thing is, once you put that information in, you don't have to worry about where it goes or how it gets in there. They will take the information and update all of your systems, like your MyKW, your Command, and anything else that's out there that we use. But it'd be mostly my KW and Command at this point, and probably my KW Connect. Okay. Um, if you are a KW agent that's transferring from another KW office, then this would be the form for you. So they probably are going to have most of the information. They just are going to want to make sure that they have you in the system with the correct office information. So that's probably what most of that is. If you're an expansion agent, meaning you're a larger agent and you have a large team and you're in different offices, then that's what an expansion agent is. Capper, meaning if you sell above a certain amount every year, then they're cappers and luxury agents. So there's different information that you would put in for people of that status. Same thing if you're a team or if you're an agent returning to KW. So you can go through and really find all of this depending on what the situation is. Now, if you're an admin and you're new to KW or you're an admin to an agent, then there are two different forms, and this helps you get set up with the KW teams and getting an admin tied to your KW. Okay. So what you'll see as we go through, the way that Scott Leroy Marketing interacts with us is through various questionnaires. Okay, and so they just set up questionnaires for everything, and that's the easiest way to do it. Now, one thing that you'll see as you scroll to the bottom is if you have a question that's really quick and you just wanted to talk to somebody about it, here's a phone number that you can give them a call. Otherwise, you can just send them an email. This is really effective as well, as they do write back really early. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that Scott Leroy Marketing, they are a company that works pretty much around the clock for us. And so they have people that are on staff that work late nights and they work early mornings. And so if there's an issue that they're working on, then and they need to get that fixed for you as soon as possible, then they're going to be working on it, or they may switch it over to someone else, whoever's coming on the next shift, so that they can work on it, so they can make sure that you have the information or you have the system or service on your whatever you're asking for available to you as soon as possible. Okay, so if you have a question, if you have an issue, like I said, feel free to write them at support at scottleroymarketing.com, and they're really good with getting back to you. All right, live webinars. Oh, all right. So I guess there are no live webinars going on now. Let's see if that was a fluke. Yeah. So I guess maybe it would have to be going on at this point. Training. So if you want to see the training calendar, you have the live webinar. To join the live webinar, you hit this. But if you want to see October classes, Eastern Standard Time, click on that, and you can see all the classes that happen in October. Okay. Um, so it looks like these are the actual dates. So Friday 2nd and the 9th, they had designs and SLM overview. 23rd and the 30th, pipeline and open house marketing and command. Okay. So they do touch on different pieces of the tool. So feel free, to join into those live webinars, add these to your calendar as well, just so you can, get a different sense of, sometimes when you hear different people teach, you get something different out of them. So it's always good to kind of, listen to other teachers as well. And this is a resource for you to do that. Um, so this 30-day challenge, this is an interesting challenge because they have a 30-day challenge. They have multiple 30-day challenges. Okay. So if you wanted to get set up in my KW and with Scott Leroy Marketing, then they have this 30-day challenge. If you wanted to get set up in your database, they have a 30-day challenge. Search engine optimization, they have a 30-day challenge and the best way to get set up. And what it is they have a large set of activities that they want you to do, and they break it down into small bite-sized chunks so it doesn't feel overwhelming for you. And so they break it into the 30-day challenges. Okay. And so if you wanted to do command or learn to do blogging, and it looks like social media is coming soon, but let's click on command, and this is a command 30-day challenge. Okay. So if you wanted a printable version, you click on that, and here you go. So, watch the latest command overview class, right? SLM training. So they drive you to their training and they give you a live link. Set up your command marketing profile. They show you a YouTube on how to do that. Learn how to edit and add and edit single contact in command. They show you how to do that. So it's really a hands-on type of thing. And like here, they want you to add 10 contacts, learn how to scrub your database, add 10 more contacts. So the whole idea, if you notice, every single day you have to add contacts, and then some days you have to scrub contacts. Okay, so it's really a good way to learn how to interact with command, or anything that you're learning through this 30-day challenge. So that's a really good resource. So you have that printable version, or you have this version here, which you can come to every single day. Um, so that's a really good resource. Let's see, what else do we have? Digital marketing tips. So if you're into learning more about digital marketing, you can click on this and they will give you some tips. These are all, so Scott Leroy started off as a marketing firm. And, I got here probably 4 years ago, and almost 5 years ago, and we were just starting to partner with them. And so, they've always been a marketing firm and they've always kind of helped out with technology, but it is more so about marketing. Like they had, I don't know if they still have them, but they used to have um, listing presentations, buyer presentations, things of that nature that they could help you out with. Now I think they've kind of transitioned more to videos and showing you things like 5 ways to repurpose your content, or Facebook Pixel ID. How to set up your Facebook Pixel, because that's one way you can track people that are looking at your ads online through Facebook Pixels, right? So if you set that up, then into you have more insight just into the types of people that you're attracting. And you can change your ad based on that, or you can say, this is perfect, I'm reaching my demographic and I just want to do more of this. So um, these are always really good, especially if you're trying to, grow on Instagram or Facebook. Um, let's see, I don't know if they have anything on Google AdWords or not. Here's Google reviews, Gmail. Yeah, so it's worth going through, taking a look. These are all, pretty decent sized videos, but they're worth your time. All right. So like I said, these are all classes that have already been recorded. So if you wanted to take a DocuSign 101 class, you're just getting started, you click on that and the video pops up, right? Now they've got they've got one that they just recorded on 10/1. So it looks like they do one pretty much every month. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Okay. So almost every month they did one. They skipped 2 months, but you can see the progression of what they're saying if you're interested, or you can just take a look at whatever the last one is and take a look at it. Okay. And then they have these advanced courses. Um, and these are just going to be one-offs, like listings and landing pages, IDX website, Designs 101, Smart Plans, Mega Camp, Jumpstart. So I'm sure this had something to do with, you've been to Mega Camp, now what's next? So they have pretty cool classes that you can always jump into. And or if you miss the live, then the live version, then you can always look at the video. All right. Let's see what's under support. Okay. So under support, they break out different command services. So if you ever need support with your command setup, your DocuSign setup, even connecting your dot loop to command, or connecting your edge to command, you can always come here, click on this, and then the way that they ask you, they have a form here. Okay. And then you'd fill out the form, and then hit, I understand, and I understand, and then you can submit. Okay. So like I said, mostly everything, the way they interact with us is going to be, via a form. Okay. So if you're using Top Producer or some other database, they can help you with that. If you want to get set up on Twilio, which is your automated texting service, they can help you with that. If you wanted to get Keller Mortgage onto your website, they can help you with that as well. Let's see. So on mykw.kw.com, they have a profile completion percentage. And if you are the person that needs to have 100%, then definitely fill this out, because they're going to fill in every single piece of information so that it says your profile is 100% complete. Okay. Um, if not, then you can just fill in whatever you'd like and keep moving. So if you, let's see, find Kelly login. So if you want to create a QR code for, let's say you want to create a QR code for your listing, so that when somebody looks at, a postcard, there's a QR code for that. You can have them create that for you. And then people can just take a picture when they see the postcard or when they see a flyer or a mailer or something. And it'll take them to a website of that listing. Okay. So it's a way to bring the listing to life, using technology. So they can help you with that. If you want to update your biography, update a headshot, website addresses, social links, that's all good there. Same thing with email, Google services. You can connect your KW email, your Gmail, all of that good stuff to command. And so they can help you do that as well if you're struggling with that. And your website services. So this is going to be your agent website. These are all different things that they can help you with. So if you wanted to create a custom menu URL, you can have them do it. You can have them create a Facebook widget or do a Google Analytics setup. Um, these are all pretty cool things you can do to your website. You can put up a keeping current matters page. So what that's going to do is that's going to always, it's going to keep updating with new information. And so this is going to be current matters that are happening in the real estate market. If you want to add a mortgage calculator, definitely you can do that. Website, slideshow, Zillow review widget, what's my home worth. You can put that on your website as well. So, click on any of these and a form will be there for you to fill out. Now, these, I don't know, I don't think we can use any of these because this is not any of our areas. So don't pay any attention. And the same thing with leadership support. Um, don't pay any attention to that. So, are there any questions about the resources as I just went through them? Okay. So, okay. So, services. So, this is going to be your pricing. So, those are all free services. These are all going to be paid services. Okay. So, if you want to have your database completely managed while you work on one thing in your one thing, which is just selling, so you want somebody to manage your database, meaning like update it, manage, who you're talking to, all of that stuff, then these are the prices for doing that. Okay, so it's almost like having your own admin, but they're going to be the ones logging in, helping you do that. Okay, so if you have under 500 contacts, then that'll be $75 a month, and it goes all the way up to $250 a month. But you have unlimited contacts. Okay. Um, they'll help you with social media management, and a lot of times what that means is just you can have somebody posting for you on social media, and they'll come up with the content, and for 2 posts a day or 1 post a day, it's $150 to $200 a month. um, and they have it just depending on what you'd like. So if you're Facebook and LinkedIn and not Twitter, then this would be $25 a month, which is really good. That's a really good to thing to do for 4 to 5 posts a week. So let's see, increase your online exposure. They can help you with blogging if you want to do that. SEO, which is search engine optimization, making sure that when somebody searches for you or anything that has to do with you, you pop up to the top so they can help you with that. And then pay-per-click. And pay-per-click is just is an advertising model, so they can help you with that.
I have a
Um,
question.
yes.
So, with the social media, the $25 for 4 weeks, how do you know what they're putting up there? Do they ask you? Does everybody get the same thing? What can you tell us about that?
I can't tell you anything about it. The only thing I would say is if that's something that you're interested in, definitely get in contact with them, and they'll tell you everything that is possible about that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but I don't use that, so I couldn't tell you. But I'm just letting you know that it's available if you're interested.
Okay.
All right. So these are tech concierge services. So essentially, a concierge, I mean, everyone knows what that is. And so they're just going to help you out as you need it. And so be having your own, virtual tech person that can help you with, all of these things. Okay. And so, you're paying $325 a month or up to, well, call for pricing. So who knows what that is, but, um, so if that's something you're interested in, those are all services that are available to you. Oh, okay. So let's see. Social media. Um, dedicated multiple platforms, marketing tool.
Well,
So
further back, it had something that said social media coming soon. I didn't know if that was.
yeah, you'll probably have to ask them. Um, yeah, because I did see that earlier, but then they have this here.
Mhm.
So, um, how activity customer Run polls, add coupons, embed your YouTube videos, Pinterest images directly to
Do they
YouTube.
help us with video, creating videos?
Well, it sounds like you have to create your own video, but they will embed them. So if you're making your own video and putting them, on YouTube, on like your YouTube channel, they'll grab them and then they will market those out.
Okay,
Um,
I'll
so
comment.
I think that you would have to come up with a marketing plan, like what you would like to say, and then they would go off and do that. Because right here they say it's about creating brand identity. And the only way they can create brand identity is that you talk to them about what your brand is and what it
Right,
means and
right.
what you want to project. And then they would come up with a plan of what they would be putting out and what you'd have to create for them to, put out there for them.
Okay, and I have a market niche that's a little bit different, so I'll talk to them.
Okay, awesome. They do have a store, so as you can see, they have business cards that they provide or not provide, but that you can get provided to you. Farming and listing support, email signatures, internet security, marketing materials, name tags. So they seem to be doing a lot of things, um, and it's just another option to you. There are plenty of people that do this, but it's always good to compare because when you compare, you get the best price. So, um, but yeah, so these last two, these are going to be your paid services and products that you can get from them. And then this resources, these are going to all be free services that you can get from them. Okay. Are there any questions regarding what Scott Leroy can do or what you'd like them to do? Does this spark any thoughts of things that you're interested in asking them to do?
Well, I can just tell you from experience that I wanted to do something and I emailed them and they got back to me within a day.
Yeah,
And I and so we had a couple of iterations back and forth, and then it got set up. It was easy because they were very responsive.
nice. Yeah, they are. I've dealt with them a couple of times, and they are really responsive. And in actuality, when you first join the office, they're the ones that set up like your KW command and your KW email account. They set all of that up. I think the email is entitled Cloud KW Cloud Complete or something like that. And it's just a long email with all of these passwords and things that comes from Scott Leroy Marketing. So they're already helping us without us knowing.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well, if there are no more questions, this is going to be a really short class. But like I said, I'm just trying to introduce you to Scott Leroy Marketing. Feel free to use this as an option or a tool in your tool belt, and just remember them when you need help. You can always, get in contact with me. But like I said, I'm only, one person. So this is also another resource. So I'm happy to help, and they are happy to help as well.
So before you sign off, since
Mhm.
nobody else is talking, I just want to reiterate. We go into scottleroymarketing.com and put in our KW number. And that then automatically opens this up to everything you've shown us today.
Mhm. So it's yours would be 781.
Right. No, I have a couple of things I'm going to check out that you showed us about. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Alrighty. Well, you have 30 minutes back into your day. Thank you for coming out. And I hope to see you uh, in November. We have a whole full set of classes coming for you in November. So
Oh, can you give us
I
an
think the
idea of what
first
you're going to
one,
be teaching?
um, let's see. Um, all right, so I'm teaching marketing your listings with landing pages. We're
Okay.
teaching referrals. We're teaching the commissions tab. So using the commission tab to get paid. Um, Setting up command for success. So this is just the beginning part of setting up, making sure you're connected to all the apps. You have your marketing profile, all of that stuff. And then we're going to do a deep dive on contacts. So we're going to talk about a lot of the different options for tagging and for setting up your database for success. And then we're going to do a deep dive on opportunities.
Can I ask you a quick question about command?
Sure.
Um, since we're not going to have zip forms free by the end of the year,
Mhm.
I wanted to know where in command do I find the forms? And is it just for Virginia, or are you going to have DC in there as well?
So the way the DocuSign works is that you have to be a member of all of the associations to get their documents. So if you sell only in Virginia and DC, then you have to be a member of GCAR and NVAR. And then it follows suit, same thing for Maryland and all of the different counties or whatever jurisdictions. So one thing that we've been trying to figure out, and I'm guessing, so I think that the office is going to keep the zip forms account, but we're all going to have to pay for it. So what that does is it allows you to continue on business as usual. You're paying for the documents and you're still able to sell there, but you're paying for the documents. So anybody that wants to be a part of Zip Forms and not necessarily belong to all the boards, this is an option for you to if you're selling in multiple areas.
Well, that's what I'm asking you, because when I spoke with Jim, well, emailed back and forth with Jim, I didn't even mind continuing to pay for Virginia, but I just have some clients that I deal with their rentals in DC, and I'm not going to spend that kind of money to belong to GCAR. Uh,
Yeah,
I He suggested that in command, the forms are in command, and I would have access to them. So
no,
wanted to know where they were.
the forms aren't in command. The forms always reside in DocuSign.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they reside in DocuSign. So you sign in and then you pull them and you get them all signed. And then the only thing that happens in command is compliance. But all of the document management happens in DocuSign.
Okay, so they need to clarify that as to whether or not we have to buy those forms, or we can, if they're just going to be in there for us to use.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they're going to be there just for us to use. That's the whole reason why we embraced DocuSign is because we want to be above board and either belonging to the board or belonging to Zip Forms, you're going to be paying for the documents and not getting them for free.
You can go on to NVAR and get the forms free.
Yeah, but you're a part of NVAR, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you pay dues to them, but you can't go to GCAR and get them for free unless you are a GCAR member.
Right. By the beginning of the year, that's the way it's going to be.
Yeah, so um, that may be an option for you. I mean, I think I'm in G. I mean, I'm in DC also, and I don't belong to GCAR. But I may just go the Zip Forms route. It's the easiest route for me. So
Yeah. Right. I like zip forms.
I've never used it, but I've heard great things about it. So we shall see.
Okay.
All righty.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you all, and I will see you soon.
Okay. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.